Should we do a bit of football fact or football fiction?
Yes.
Why not?
All right. Both our Marks and Rob have got a statement about Spurs and this era we've been talking about. Only one of them is a footballing fact. The other two are totally made up. They are footballing fiction. So, Mark Smith, should we start with you?
So the irony of all this Lasagna Gate chat was that until that very day, so the night before the game, the players had actually been banned from eating lasagna and any sort of really stodgy food like that in favour of more broccoli and egg-based food, more egg-based diet.
So they were moving away from kind of that kind of carbon up vibe to something slightly more.
So they've been banned from having it.
They were ahead of the time. They were plant-based diet.
I feel like you might have just said something quite telling there. That does feel a bit ahead of the time.
Well,
eggs.
But what is this?
Not eggs.
This is middle of the noughties, so sports nutrition and sports diet and all that. That's probably quite a big deal. I just think, it is sod's law, though, isn't it? As soon as you stop a particular food, it's the one that comes and gets you. Having said that, it wasn't that anyway in the end, was it? It was just a neurovirus.
Just a virus.
Can we stop subscribing to that lie, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
We were clearly poison. Come on.
Rob, what have you got?
So we spoke about this being the start of a real positive, impressive team forming. So a player actually joined maybe the following season or the season after that, Dimitar Berbatov, who they probably could have done with at Upton Park. He never ran around with much anyway, so he'd have been fine on it.
He always looked like he'd shit himself.
Yeah, exactly. He'd have been fine, wouldn't he? So it's actually a little known fact that Berbatov, when he was actually at full sprint, he is in fact clocked as fast as Jermaine Defoe. He just doesn't reach. He just doesn't reach full sprint very often. I mean, me and you are Leeds fans, Rich. Then if we think of language strikers, Mark Viduka actually always springs to mind. And he could shift if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And when he needed to.
Quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Preserving energy, I think they would say, wouldn't they?
He just picks his moments like all good strikers do.
Yeah, I can be. I'm gonna move myself. I can believe that. I reckon he can probably, because to get to a certain level, you've got to be able to move at a certain pace.
Yeah,
right?
you do actually have to run.
You've got to be able to be half decent at least. Mark Holmes, what have you got?
I hate that this is true, but it is.
Oh, yeah.
Martin Yol, just a lovely, lovely bloke. Everyone liked him, but he found out he'd been sacked at Spurs and his nephew texted him. Heartbreaking.
No.
Don't do that to Martin.
So, because he found out that he'd been sacked during a European night, was it? Was it against?
You're adding details.
He found out it was one of those weird ones where everyone knew he was going to be sacked and he knew he was going to be sacked as well.
Yeah,
It was like during a game. I'm pretty sure it was a European. I think it was anyway.
It was confirming something he was expecting for sure. But yeah,
It was his nephew. How did his nephew find out?
I think it was probably the TalkSport that broke it from memory.
I wish you could see how unconvincing Mark looks right now.
I was going to say
unconvincing.
The Talk Radio. I thought that's just ridiculous. I just said TalkSport. No, I think it was on TalkSport.
Yeah.
And his nephew had heard it and said, Martin or Uncle Martin.
Uncle Mark, you're being
Uncle
sacked,
Mark,
pal.
yeah.
That feels like a weird thing. Did he say you're being sacked?
No,
or
I
did
think
he ask
it
him,
was-
I've heard you've been, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
Because to tell him over text feels a little bit like dumping someone
One
over
of them
text.
like,
brutal.
gutted, didn't deserve it. Like, what do you mean, don't deserve what? Well, you've been sacked. What?
I've been what?
One of them. I'm sorry I haven't got that much detail, but
You never bloody do. You never do. I'm more interested, I think, in the eggs and broccoli situation, which was trying to do. So the irony. So just out of interest, was lasagna the only option on the night? Then they couldn't have gone for something else. They were stuck with lasagna.
I wasn't there, pal. I don't know.
No. They had a buffet, but it was just the lasagna was the
Lasagna's
most
the
appealing
hot.
option.
Yeah, but I also think that I thought that the lasagna was. There wasn't many hot options at the buffet.
Yeah,
so.
it's always a limited choice.
they've piled in, haven't they?
You don't want to go to the salad.
You don't want to
bar
go
all night,
against
do
your
you?
manager's wishes unless you have to have the lasagna. Is that what you're saying?
No, but also if you think about this, if you've been banned from something and then you're now suddenly allowed it, I'm going to get stuck in.
And it's
I'm
like the
getting
last,
stuck in.
it's like the last day of school, isn't it? Like we're not allowed to do that, but they brought our film
Yeah.
today. Or like we're just not allowed to
What
read
toys have
all
you brought
day.
in?
Yeah, exactly. They got lasagna out. It's the last game of the season. Let's just pile in, lads.
Yeah.
And you're saying Berbatov is as fast as Defoe, who's pretty nippy, right?
Yeah, I mean, crucially, I've not said over what distance, but I'll leave that to imagination.
Over one step.
whilst asleep.
All right, I have historically been absolutely dreadful on working out the correct one, but I am going to go on this occasion because I really want it to be true that Dimitar Berbatov is not as lazy as we think and is actually a rapido sprinter.
I'm afraid that's false.
Oh, no.
Of course he isn't. Jermaine Defoe's really quick.
I know he's really quick, but all right.
He's dead quick. But
Yeah.
Who is
Really
it?
fast.
What is it?
Come on, you got to have another guess.
I'm having another go. You put me in that. In that case, I'm going to go. I did the lasagna one doesn't ring true. It's too convenient for this podcast, I think. So I'm going to go with. Although it's a bit bizarre, you're finding out from his nephew.
Absolutely correct.
Is that what happened?
So I believe it's written on the sheet. That's all I get. It's all I get, Rich. That's why I've never got any more details. It's all I get.
So we don't know how we find it.
We don't know.
Gus Poyet once essentially got sacked live on TV, didn't he? Didn't he get sacked from Sunderland?
When he was
He was a pundit, wasn't he? And
Yes,
they basically
he
told him
did.
at half time, he was like, "Oh, Gus, by the way,
Yeah.
I don't know what your payout is, mate." But
Yeah. They're all good, but they're not as good as Mick McCarthy just walking out. On, was it a Wolves where he walked out?
Ipswich, was it?
Was it Ipswich?
He just walked
Ipswich.
out of the press conference.
He
Didn't
just
he?
walked out of the press
See you
conference.
later.
Ipswich. Yeah, I'm not having it anymore. Thank you very much. This was my last press conference. See you later. I'm off for some lasagna or whatever.